Good day everyone, Vince here, and welcome back to the channel where we explore the world's most iconic and fascinating brands. Today, we're diving into the world of Barbie, a doll that has sparked imagination and creativity for over 6 decades. Honestly, sometimes I wish I could be Barbie myself, living in that world of endless possibilities and style. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to support the channel. Barbie has a rich history, from her 1959 debut to becoming a symbol of aspiration, fashion, and evolving social ideals. We'll explore how she has influenced culture, embraced new careers, and adapted to our changing world. Your support helps us continue bringing you fun and informative content. Today, we'll cover her journey, significance, innovations, and even some controversies. So, let's get into the story behind this legendary doll.
From a simple toy in a black and white swimsuit to a global cultural icon, Barbie has been a part of our lives for over 60 years. But how did this doll become so much more than just a plaything? She's been a mirror to our society, a canvas for creativity, and at the center of some pretty intense debates. Today, we're diving deep into the untold story of Barbie, exploring her evolution, her controversies, and even a scandal so shocking it was pulled from the shelves. This is the real story behind the plastic perfection. Barbie's story begins with a woman named Ruth Handler, the co-founder of Mattel. She watched her daughter, Barbara, playing with paper dolls, giving them adult roles, and dreaming up future lives. This sparked an idea. Why not create a three-dimensional doll that lets girls imagine their future selves? So, in 1959, at the New York Toy Fair, the world met Barbie for the first time. Dressed in that iconic striped swimsuit with a high ponytail, she wasn't just a toy. She was a promise of what you could become. Immediately, Barbie changed the game. Before her, most dolls were baby dolls, teaching girls to be mothers. Barbie taught them they could be anything. She was one of the first toys marketed directly to girls with a message of independence and ambition. Throughout the 60s and 70s, as society changed, so did Barbie. She became an astronaut, a doctor, and a surgeon, reflecting the new opportunities opening up for women. She wasn't just in our homes. She was a cultural phenomenon, shaping fashion, media, and the very idea of aspiration. But it wasn't all a dream house. From the very beginning, Barbie was controversial. Critics slammed her unrealistic body proportions, arguing she promoted an impossible beauty standard. Parents, psychologists, and educators worried about the effect she might have on a young girl's self-esteem. These weren't just whispers. They were loud, persistent criticisms that followed the brand for decades, forcing Mattel to confront some uncomfortable truths about their most famous creation. The pressure was on to change. In the 80s and 90s, Barbie went global. Mattel started creating dolls that represented different ethnicities and cultures, trying to make her world a little bigger and more inclusive. This was the era of big hair, bold fashion, and even bigger business. Barbie was everywhere in movies, on TV shows, and on every kind of merchandise you can imagine. Her cultural footprint was massive, cementing her status as more than just a toy, but a full-blown brand. Yet the core criticisms about her body and what she represented still lingered. It wasn't until the 2000s that Mattel made its most significant change yet. They launched the Barbie Fashionista line, and this was a game-changer. For the first time, Barbie came in different body types, curvy, tall, and petite. She had a variety of skin tones, eye colors, and hair textures. It was a direct response to decades of criticism and a major step towards promoting a more inclusive and realistic idea of beauty. Barbie also took on modern careers, becoming a robotics engineer, a video game developer, and even a presidential candidate, staying in sync with the ambitions of a new generation. Today, Barbie is still one of the biggest toy brands in the world. She's the star of blockbuster movies, animated series, and video games. The brand has expanded into high-fashion collaborations and a huge collector-esque market for adults who grew up with her. Mattel is also keeping her relevant in the digital age with interactive dolls and augmented reality apps, blending physical play with a screen-filled world. She's faced fierce competition from brands like Bratz, LOL, Surprise, and American Girl, each challenging her throne in their own way. But Barbie's iconic status and ability to innovate has kept her at the top. But let's talk about the scandals, because there have been a few. One of the most infamous was the Oreo Fun Barbie from 1997. Mattel created a collaboration with Nabisco, releasing both a white and a black version of the doll. What they failed to realize was that Oreo is a deeply offensive and derogatory slur in the African American community, used to describe a black person who was seen as acting white. The backlash was immediate and intense. Civil rights groups and the public condemned the doll as culturally ignorant and incredibly insensitive. Mattel quickly realized their massive mistake and pulled the black Oreo Barbie from stores. It became a textbook example of a major company failing to do its cultural homework. Beyond that, Barbie has faced criticism for other issues too. Some special editions were accused of cultural appropriation, while others were seen as reinforcing outdated gender stereotypes. Remember Teen Talk Barbie from the 90s who said, "Math class is tough." That sparked a huge outcry. There have also been growing concerns about the environmental impact of making billions of plastic dolls. In response, Mattel has started using more sustainable materials and eco-friendly packaging, showing that even legacy brands have to adapt to modern ethical standards. Despite all the controversies, Barbie's cultural impact is undeniable. She's more than just plastic. She's a reflection of our society's changing values. Her journey from a single, slender, blonde doll to a diverse lineup of characters mirrors our own conversations about diversity, gender, and identity. She's been studied by academics, displayed in museums, and referenced endlessly in pop culture. Barbie has forced us to talk about what we teach our children, what we value as a society, and what it means to be a woman in the modern world. So, what's next for Barbie? Her future depends on her ability to keep evolving. By continuing to embrace diversity in every sense, from body types and skin tones to career paths and abilities, and by addressing environmental concerns, she can remain a powerful source of inspiration. The story of Barbie is a fascinating lesson in how a brand can navigate social change, controversy, and competition to remain an icon for over half a century. She started as a dream of future possibilities, and if she continues to adapt, she'll keep inspiring those dreams for generations to come. Thanks for watching. What are your memories of Barbie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories behind the icons you thought you knew. See you next time.
Wow, thanks Roger. What a beautiful story about Barbie. It really gets you thinking about what's next for this icon, right? To stay relevant for future generations, Mattel has a real opportunity here. They should keep pushing for even more diversity, more ethnicities, abilities, and realistic body types. Imagine Barbies with vitiligo, hearing aids, or curvy figures becoming the norm, not just a special edition. And what about our planet? Using sustainable materials for the dolls and eco-friendly packaging would be a huge step forward. Tech is another big one. While interactive features are cool, it's all about balance. We need toys that spark imagination away from screens. Ultimately, by truly listening to what kids and parents want and engaging in open conversations about representation, Barbie can do more than just sell dolls. She can continue to be a powerful, positive influence for decades to come. What do you think Barbie should do next? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.